everyone! That was a really weird hello. It is a new day. I haven't done anything. I should have done stuff, but I didn't do anything. And it is a new vlog. This would be week 3 of Asian Readathon. Minus a weekend because I think I'm going to do a separate vlog for that, because then it's BOOKCLUB 48-hour version. And we'll do like a separate vlog for that. But also on Friday is my birthday, so it will be my Asian Readathon plus my birthday vlog, because I don't think I will do a separate birthday vlog. I think that's too many vlogs. We will see. Today is the 16th of May. I'm going to work a bit later. We'll do my reading then. But my first read for this vlog is On My Rage by Sabbath Here. This is the final book for like the main challenges for the readathon, where this is to read a book that was rated highly or highly recommended. And I think I said in my TBR that this was on an average of 4.65 when I picked it out. I want to see if the average has changed since then, because I'm a bit curious. It's on 4.63. So has it gone down? Has it gone down? I don't know. It has 5,197 ratings. And I would say that averagely it has a really, really high one. So I'm rolling. And I'm very, very, very excited. It's not that much text. I think I will be fine. It would be cool if I could read this whole thing today, but I don't think that's gonna happen. But at least my goal is like 200 pages at work. If I had read now this morning, like 100 pages. Instead of just lying in bed on my phone, which I literally been doing for like 3 hours. Maybe I would have finished it today. I was gonna, you know, shower, and I didn't want to do anything before I showered, but then I procrastinated going in the shower. And then after the shower, I was like, oh, I don't want to do anything before like dryer, is that a word? Yeah. But then when I was actually dryer, I just lay there, and now I'm soon gonna go to the store, I think. Point being, should have done stuff. I could have read. I was going to film, but I was like, no, I will do tomorrow, because didn't go as planned, but it's fine. But yeah, I hope you're excited for another vlog where I just sit here and talk and shit. I'm going to go and wake Erica now. So see you later. So I took on my PJs because I forgot I was vlogging. But yeah, I started my book today, On My Rage by Sabbath Here, which is here. I have 204 pages, so kind of my goal. I could in theory had finished it, but I did other stuff instead, and then I was at work and was stressed about work, but it's fine. That was really dark. I'm going to bed now. It's a very enjoyable book. It's really sad. I'm going to talk more about it, I think, in the morning, or like when I finish it, because I'm too tired now. It's like 2 a.m. So yeah, I'm gonna go to bed and I will talk to you later. But basically I read my goal and I'm happy about that. I opened my window. It was a mistake. I can hear voices outside. Probably people having visitors. It is Tuesday. It is the 17th of May. Happy birthday, Norway. You're watching this after the fact, but happy birthday, Norway, for today. The national day, what's it called? What's it called in English? The national day. Is that what you say? Whatever. In Norway is pretty big deal. People go out pretty hard. I don't have any plans. I'm gonna film this video, I'm gonna edit, and I am gonna eat really good food that we bought in. Really like typical 17th of May food for Norway. I'm gonna say I was gonna film, and I was looking for this, which I need on my camera to take it on my my thing. And I couldn't find it, and it was literally like in a crack between 2 huge piles of books that I have here. Oh my god, you could see my messy bed, but it's all fine. Oh, I fell. I almost died. Oh, it's fine. It was in between here. Tell me why. Tell me why. I haven't read anything, obviously. I procrastinated for about 2.5 hours before I actually gonna film. Actually, like I did do some video prep. But yeah, now I'm gonna actually go and film this video. You will see that later. I don't know why I'm laughing, but it's all fine. Actually, you will see that before this one, but it's all good. Okay, so it is 2:30 a.m. and I was up because I wanted to finish On My Rage before going to bed. As you saw, I am talking with Cecilia. We are doing reading sprints together on the phone. We've never done it before, but we want to try, and it's really cute. But either way, I did finish a book, and I'm up way too late, but who cares? The book was really, 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 really sad. Like, dang, I did not expect it to be so sad. It had so many heavy and sad parts, but it also had a lot of hope and love in it, and I truly like, it was so good. So it follows Sal, who his mother's really sick and his father's an alcoholic, and they're struggling a lot economically. This is how the story starts out, and I do recommend checking out the trigger warnings for this book, which also is in the beginning of the book as well, because this can truly be a book with very heavy topics that you need to check out. But that's one of the main characters. That's basically how the story starts out. I don't want to say more because, you know, spoilers. And now the main character, Nur, I think the name was pronounced. They said it in the book, but now I cannot find where they said how to say the name. So it says that her name rhymes with lur, so it would be Nur, because some say it like Nor. That's how I would say it automatically. Which rhymes like born, but it says that her name should be said like Nur. So it's Nur, not Nor. Nur. She's the other main character, and she was, I was going to say taken, but she had to go to the States when she was 6 years old because her whole family got killed in an earthquake in Pakistan when she was 6 years old. She's living with her uncle, and she really, 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 really wants to get out of town to go to college, but it's not that easy because she keeps getting rejections, and there's a lot of her on stake on this. She wants to become a doctor, and there is like specific reasons for why she wants to leave the town so badly. And I feel like at the beginning you don't know this, and then like it gets revealed eventually. Like you definitely get foreshadowing for it, but I missed it. Kind of not missed it like when it happened. I was like, oh, it makes sense now. But in the beginning, I was like, didn't see completely the full picture, which is like, you know, the point of the book. And it's the same, I would say, with both characters, where they both have things that they're keeping hidden, that the author keeps hiding for you as a reader, that will be revealed. Not like as a shock factor even, but more like to explain why they have been acting like they have been acting throughout the book. These things are revealed about the characters, that like why they are like this. It's a lot of trauma, let's be real, a lot of sad things. Because of all those sad things, other sad things happen, and oh my god, I could not deal with it. Like, I'm having goosebumps. I was teary-eyed. It was just so good. I cannot recommend this book enough. I think I'm gonna give it 5 stars, at least like 4.5, but I'm rounding it up for 5 stars because it was just truly a marvelous book. While it was, as I said, very sad, very traumatizing in the way, it was a lot of trauma in it, etc. But I just think it was written so well. The way with the struggles, with the characters, how much you felt for them, how much you wanted them to be okay, how it all like made sense in a way, how it felt really, really real. It was just amazing. And then we also had like small point of view parts from Sal's mother, Misbah, which I'm probably pronouncing incorrectly, in Pakistan, and then later when they moved to the States, and like seeing a bit of her point of view. And yeah, it's just a very sad book, but it has so much hope, and it made my heart like full, but it also emptied it, and I recommend it immensely. But what else could I expect from like one of my favorite authors, truly? As I said, after An Amber in Ashes, I didn't know how I would feel about a young adult contemporary fiction book, but it's definitely like the magic in the writing and how Sabater writes characters, and especially Pain, because yeah, Amber in Ashes was a painful series. She is really good at it, I won't deny that at all, and I can like see the author just going so much even more. Like, this was amazing, but like even later, like if she was fantasy, whatever, it was going to be so good. And my next read is also by one of my favorite authors, where like the other book by that author is one of my favorites of all time, and I'm like nervous, but I'm like thinking it will be really great. And reading those two, I think, off one another is like an experience, and I'm just very excited. Do you have anything to say to the vlog?
I tripped on my sandal, hence why I yelped.
Oh, you're cute.
Hi, vlog. I don't know what else to say.
Well, I'm done now. I just talked about my book.
Love it.
Yeah, but yeah, you will see you tomorrow in the vlog, and yeah, but bye. Okay, I think I forgot the vlog again, but it's a bit late. It's like 1 a.m. I should go to bed because I'm working early tomorrow, but obviously I want to update this vlog. I think I forgot to vlog all day. I'm really sorry. It's been a bit of a stressful day. I woke up and then I procrastinated a lot, like not doing anything. And then I had to go to work, and then we were going to do the Face and Gills live today, and then we had to reschedule it. But it turned out okay. But it was a bit like stressful because I felt really stressed about it. And also I lied yesterday when I said that the next book I was going to read is by one of my favorite authors, because I have never read from this author before, because I forgot I was going to read one book before reading the other one by my favorite author. So the book I read today at work was A Girl Beneath the Sea by Axie O. And I am like in the end, I think I am like 40 pages left, which I'm gonna read in bed right before falling asleep. So I will do tomorrow like on final thoughts. Reading this for the obviously Asian readathon, which is why we're here. And for the best wordathon challenge was to read a book to do with direction, and beneath is a direction, as you might know or not know. I am very tired, I'm sorry. And basically it follows a main character, Mina. Is it Mina? Yes, it is. Oh my god, that's good. And she sacrifices herself, aka volunteers to be the next bride for the sea god, which was supposed to be her sister-in-law, but then she didn't want her brother to like lose her sister-in-law, so she sacrifice herself. And then it's like this legend that the seagull's wife can like make him remove this curse on him, like that makes a lot of storms, etc. And I was gonna say natural disasters happen to the villages close to the sea, and she's trying to like reduce its curse, uplift, I don't know words anymore, the curse, but like you just see if she is able to make it. And I don't have, I think, enough brain cells right now to talk about it properly, but like I am enjoying it, but I am also a bit disappointed in it. But like it's still an enjoyable book, and it's very, very, very beautiful writing. I love the setting, I love all the things about it, but there's just something holding me back to like love it completely as I thought I would. But I still really, really, really enjoying it. And I will give final thoughts tomorrow morning before work. I think I have time to do that. And then I also got a package which I have opened because I just wanted to see what it was, but then I didn't vlog at the time because I had bad time. But it's just a manga. It is My Dress Up Darling, Volume 5, which is like the latest volume. It's in plastic because it's like mature. It's kind of trashy manga, but I have started it and I'm gonna finish it. But yeah, so this is the latest volume that I had pre-ordered. And that's all the books I got today. Hopefully it is mailed tomorrow too, so that I can get more books done because I'm waiting for loads. But yeah, I'm gonna finish this, gonna go in my PJs and finish that, and then you will see me tomorrow. Sorry for forgetting to update the vlog as per usual, but it was a really hectic day, okay? But I made it, and I am now tired, so you will see me tomorrow. It is the next morning. I did finish last night, Girl Beneath the Sea, and I actually put it on top of this, and it's a miracle it didn't fall down when I was sleeping. But I did end up enjoying it. I think the ending was really beautiful, and I like the story overall. I guess I consider more now why like I didn't absolutely love it. I still think I'm giving like 3.5 to 4 stars. And it's really because it wasn't like an amazing plot, which is like really keeps me going in like at least my fantasy. Contemporary, I see why it isn't like a plot. Because it was more like they went there in underneath the sea and they kind of just went around. And for me also it was like, since it was so short, it was a bit insta-lovey, and then they just like went around and told some stories kind of, and then met people. So that was like the whole thing, but it was still a really like an emotional journey. There was still a kind of plot twist in the end, actually 2 plot twists in the end that I really enjoyed, so that made me like the story like a lot more, and I thought it was really beautiful. I really liked the ending, and it was very like much of an atmospheric and vibey book where like you really could feel the vibes in the story. And yeah, it was more like a fairy tale mythology kind of story, you know. It is based on, is it Korean mythology? I'm just saying that because I know the author is Korean. But like you could definitely see that inspiration in the story, and that's what like makes the book. Okay, it didn't actually say which mythology it is inspired from, but that's what I think at least. And because of this, it's just like a mesmerizing retelling. That's what someone says in here, and it truly is. Like it's very like, it feels like a retelling of a fairy tale, just like a bit brought out. And when I think about that, I enjoy it even more. So yeah, I think I ended up liking it more. Like then when yesterday I felt a bit like, but then like when all the pieces came together, I can appreciate the story more. Even though like as I said, there was parts like where I felt we were just walking around a bit. But I guess like the author wanted to expand on like a kind of the original fairy tale. They're usually more like, for example, they meet someone 3 times and then they're done and they love, or like they tell 3 stories and they're done. And I see that the author wanted to expand more. I don't actually remember what original thing this is based upon though. So someone tell me that. I am too tired to Google it right now. Now I'm gonna actually read Promised Neverland, volume 18. Because this is the next one in the series, and I read 2 books now. Because in 5 books of BOOKCLUB I didn't do a manga in between, because it's like for a readathon and I usually don't. It's been a while now since I read the last volume, because I never could get a hold of this one. And I'm kind of terrified, because now I have 2 volumes left, and hopefully it will be good, because it hasn't been as good as it was lately. But yeah, so I read this pretty fast. And then there's the book by one of my favorite authors. Cannot like tell you how excited I am, but I'm gonna read Kiss and Tell by Edby Coram. I don't know like anything about this except like it's a band thing and it's gay, you know? I cannot wait. I think I'm gonna cry because I think that this is gonna be amazing. If it's not, then I will cry of that as well. I'm just thinking I will maybe take off the dust jacket for work. It seems like really like a dust jacket that will annoy me, so I will leave that here and go to work and read this. I don't know if I will finish the whole thing because work, you know, but I will definitely start it, and if I don't finish it, that's fine. Tomorrow's my birthday, so if I finish that on my birthday, it wouldn't be so bad. So yeah, okay, I'm gonna go now really soon, so you see me later. I've been to work and I'm gonna game a bit, but I just want to say I read a lot of work today, so that was really great. And also I'm gonna try to edit the video, but I did finish Promised Neverland and it was really good. Like I kind of forgot how good it is, and now we're really close to it in the end, and it was really great. And I also managed to read all of Kiss and Tell, which was really great. I don't know how I managed to read the whole thing, but it just happened. It was like a YA contemporary, so it's easy to read. I have many thoughts about that. But I'm like gonna try to edit and just like do some other stuff now, so I would try to like update more thoughts later. I just wanted to film a bit clip in another place to show you that I don't always sit in my bed. I actually don't like usually sit in my bed. But yeah, it's a good reading day. I don't know how much I will read tomorrow since my birthday, but I'm gonna read something then. Yay. It is my birthday! It's way too late, it's like almost 2 a.m. I should not be awake, but it's my birthday! It's over midnight. Erica just gave me lots of gifts, but she already told me everything I was getting because she is so impatient. Just tells me. She's adorable. But yeah, obviously we're gonna do more stuff in the morning, but we are gonna eat some toast and then I'm gonna go to bed, and I'm excited because it's my birthday. Yay! Wish me happy birthday in the vlog, Erica! I was very excited happy birthday. But yay! You will see more of the day because it's kind of my tiny little birthday vlog, as well as, you know, the reading vlog. I'm just schmooping them together. Yay. So it is the next morning. It's still my birthday, but like I slept, I showered. I'm gonna go and wake Erica now so that we can go and buy my birthday cake that we ordered. And then have a cozy day. Why is this angle so awkward? But I decided to like finish talking about this before doing anything else because I realized I didn't do that yesterday. But basically this follows a boy band, and we follow our main character Hunter. Is that his name? I already forgot. And he's like the only gay member in this band, and like they're really popular. He feels like he gets a lot of scrutiny and like gets singled out a lot because he's gay, which is like, you know, true, and people like go to him for certain stuff. And then he was dating the twin brother for one of the people in the band that was his best friend as well. Like the best friend is in the band, and then he was dating his twin brother. They broke up, and it starts out like right after the breakup, and a lot of attention is around this breakup because people were like obsessed with them, I would say. Fetishizing them also quite a lot, I would say that too, which is weird. And this book also contains like a lot of like tweets and forums, not forums, yeah, some, and then like texts and like news articles, etc. about them. And you can see how the general people think about them, how like there's so many oppositions of like these people, and it's really interesting, a bit like eye-opening, I would say, like how we treat people in the media or like people who are known just write so much weird shit that you just shouldn't write. But we already know that the internet is, I was gonna say, merciless with what they want to write about people, and they don't really think twice about it. We've known this for years, but like, it's still weird to read it in a book and be like, this is weird, why are people like this? But basically, it gets leaked something about their relationship that was private. It was basically that they were having sex. It's not like a spoiler, and people get really upset about this. They were like, oh my god, I thought you guys were so innocent, and now you have sex. Oh my god, how dare you? And I'm like, let people do what they want as long as it's consensual and as long as they're happy about it. People need to calm down. But I could fully imagine this actually happening in real life. Obviously, this shouldn't have been leaked at all. Like, that was a breach of privacy and it shouldn't have been any of people's business. But just the way the people reacted, I was like, you all need to calm down. But yeah, it was really interesting. And then I guess the thing with this new guy as well. And they're strange in that relationship as well. And I did really, really enjoy it. I didn't love it as much as Darkest Regret Is Not Okay, because that is like a raw, painful book that also has a gay main character. There's a lot about like family and deepness in that, while this was like more like about like media and how you are a known queer person, how you feel like you're not doing enough, and also a lot about how our main character is going through all these things, but he's really bad at communicating with others, I would say. Like, his huge flaw, because he thinks all the time that he's the only one getting targeted, he's the only one getting through all these things. But it turns out that he's not the only one. There's people in like the band who's like not white. One of them, for example, is Vietnamese, and he gets a lot of like racist comments about it. And America never realizes that is also a thing. But he gets called out on this a lot. It's like, you always tend to yourself, kinda. You need to also think that there's other people going through this. You can talk to us. We will help you. We're all in this together. But I also do think like sometimes when Hunter's going through a lot, they're also a bit dismissive about him, because they're all like, oh my god, you're privileged, you're so white. Can't you see that this is like, not, you're not the only one going through it? I do think it's important to call him out in him knowing that he is white, he is cis, he is privileged, but also sometimes I felt like they also were dismissive about like what he was feeling, because every time he tried to talk about it, people were like, oh my god, you're so privileged. And I don't think that always helps. I'm saying that it is important to call it out, of course. I fully agree with that. And he was. But I also felt like it was almost a bit much sometimes, because he was just feeling a lot of stuff. And he was like so upset because so many shitty things was happening. And it doesn't really help that someone is super upset and you say, oh my god, you're so privileged. You know, can also, you know, just take in their situation for a moment and listen to them and be supportive of them without like calling out that they're privileged all the time. Even though, yes, he was in some situations and he definitely could have seen that he was not the only one going through stuff, and he definitely could see that he is in a privileged position because he is white. Listening to, for example, the other band that were like opening for them, where also he gets a thing with one of the people in that band, they were Iranian and they got a lot of scrutiny for that, and I go through a lot of stuff because of that. And that's definitely something like that he didn't realize as much. And also the author is Iranian, just saying. And I do think it was important to have a light on those things as well, but I do also think that sometimes people could also listen to a main character for a bit. That's all. Maybe that's a weird point of view, but I just felt like they could be a bit dismissive, and I thought that was a bit sad. But like, it is an important book because he was dismissive to them as well, you know, when like he hadn't considered all this stuff. So it kind of goes like to show that everyone can be like that, and it's not like a bad book at all. It's definitely an interesting thing to think about, and it's also just like how queer people can use their platform, but it's not always as easy, and it's not just like, yes, you should use your privilege for good, but it's not just like to clap your fingers and just do it. You have to like think about it and do it properly, etc. And also, you know, discussions of how media takes young people and what they do to them, and all those things I think were really good and well put together. I think the elements were really good. The reason it's not giving a complete 5 stars for me, I think for now, is just I think I didn't like the romance. I didn't really see why they liked each other. I thought that this book could benefit from not having that romance at all. I definitely think they could have been friends and like connected as friends, because they were both the only two gays on this tour. And like him also like calling him out, saying like, hey, we are not a white band, can you see that? And stuff like that. But I do think that a friendship could have benefited a lot more. Like in Darkest Regret Is Not Okay, but I guess that the author didn't want to do the same thing twice. I'm not sure. But I also like felt like the other band members got not a lot of page time, and because of this I didn't really feel connected to them. They were all like great friends, but I never like really saw that except with Ashton, and I wish that we saw more of the band members and like their more complex sides than just like, oh, they are here as well. Hunter is the main character and I get that, but I just feel like the other side characters weren't developed and weren't seen enough, which made me a bit sad because it just made them be like, I literally forgot who was who in the band because they were like two white names, and I was like, I don't know who you were. Were you the one who was writing songs, or were you the other dude? I literally could not remember, and I feel like that says that I think they needed more page time, and I think that the main character Hunter really would have benefited from being single, benefited from just having this inner journey himself. And that's why I just feel like because of that, I don't know if I could give it 5 stars, because while I really did enjoy it and I enjoyed all the things that I just discussed, this clip is way too long. I feel like it wasn't a 5-star read for me, but it's still like a really strong 4.5, 4. And like Adebay Corman is still one of my favorite authors. Would love to see a sequel of this, just saying. If he writes like a sequel of this as he did with Dark So Greatest, okay, I'm not gonna complain. All the things I discussed was really interesting. I really liked how queer it was and a lot of parts of it, just saying. It was a solid book though, and I did enjoy it. Okay, so now I'm gonna go and do the cake thing. I've been here for ages. And you will see me later. I will try to vlog a bit today. We will see how it goes. Mifa, wish me happy birthday. Why you look so angry? Wish me happy birthday! We just been going to the city. Why is the light like this? Why you do this to me? We just go to the city and we just ate some breakfast. Yeah, I got a cake, but I am too full to eat cake now, so I'm gonna eat it later, which is fine. And yeah, I have gotten lots of presents from Erica. So one of them was like this new pumpkin backpack, which just doesn't like have the back like pockets, but that's fine, and it's like the cutest color. Love it so much. And I have other gifts as well because Erica went overboard, but it's fine. My parents haven't called me yet. I am offended. But it's fine. Okay, so I'll try to vlog, but yay. Mifa, wish me happy birthday. She does not care at all. That's so rude. This is my boyfriend. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. How was the movie?
Good.
Woohoo! So it's actually over midnight now. and my birthday is over. So that's a bit sad, but it's fine. Now Erica can come meet me again. Jeez, please buy it. No. So I actually bought this whole stack of books today. It's 14 books. We counted. It's a lot. I am fully aware. Actually, Erica bought 6 of them for me, so I didn't even pay for those. And then there was a 3 for 2 sale in another store, so I actually didn't pay for like all of those either. I got 2 for free. And then I had like a stamp card thing, so I got another one for free. So like I didn't pay for all of them, so that's great. But yeah, I will quickly show you the books I bought, but my hand is already exhausted. So I got Nate Plus One by Kevin Van Dyke. So this one is the same author as Date Me, Bryce and Callum, which I really enjoyed. Oh, this is gonna take ages. I'm just gonna go through them quickly. Then we have Family of Liars by E. Lockhart. This is the prequel to We Were Liars, which I enjoyed but like didn't love. But I finally went into the pressure and read it, and I might as well just read the prequel. We have Felix Ava After by Case and Calendar. I already have this, of course. It's one of my favorite books of all time. But the reason I got it is because this is a UK paperback and it has these beautiful flowered edges. Oh, there you go. I really, really love it, and I wanted this copy as well because it's one of my favorite books. So of course I needed an additional pretty copy. Then we have Dragon Heaven by Robin Hobb, which is the second book in the Rain Wild Chronicles. So it would be the next one I need to buy, but not the next one I need to read. And then we have City of Lost Souls by Cassandra Clare, 5th book in Mortal Instruments. I don't have this whole set, so I need to like get the whole thing, so I just bought one today. Luck of the Titanic by Stacey Lee. I've been wanting this since it came out, I think, was it last year? And now I finally got it. It's been a long while, but I really wanted it. Ariadne by Jennifer Saint. Heard amazing things about it. Really excited. And you know I love some Greek mythology. Vivid Star by Rebecca Rowanhorse. This one is the sequel to Black Sun, which I really loved. Kind of forgotten this was out. So I'm really glad that I spotted it. And I was like, oh my god, need to get it. And then it's Gallant by V. Schwab, which is the US normal hardcover, which I don't own. I have a bunch of them, but I don't own that one. Then we have The Galaxy and the Ground Within by Becky Chambers, which I need to read soonish for Thingy Thingy. And then we have Galathea by Madeline Miller. This is just a short story thing by the author. They had it in the store, and of course I wanted it because I love Madeline Miller. Oh my god, the camera's shaking so much I can't hold it. And this one I got, even though it's like 56 pages. And then we have Before the Storm by Christy Golden. I already own this, but Erica wants the hardcover, which is out of print. She's gonna get mine, and she bought me this. It's fine. I will survive without the hardcover. Then we have the Sylvanas by Christy Golden, which is the newest World of Warcraft book, I think. And Erica also bought me this. So I have both of them. I already read Before the Storm and I adore it. So I'm really excited for Sylvanas. And the last book I got was No My Name by Shanna Miller, which I also read, but I didn't have a physical copy and I really, really wanted one. So there you go. Okay, and that is all the books I bought. This is the pile. This is the virtual pile. I actually have, in theory, more books coming because I have gifts for friends that I haven't gotten. Actually, several friends that I haven't gotten books for yet. Like, they bought them, but they are not here yet. Eric also bought me 3 books online. And then I have a bunch of other books that is just coming because I wanted them, but like, not for my birthday though. But yeah, I love this stack. My arm literally started to cramp because I was holding a camera for so long. So that says a lot about my coordination in life. Thank you for just dealing with the bad lightning instead. My birthday is over. And tomorrow, actually like today though, but in 40 minutes in British Standard Time, BOOKCLUB is starting. The 48-hour readathon, which is why I'm ending this vlog here. So that you can go and watch my 48-hour BOOKCLUB, which will be after this. Because I want to do a dedicated vlog for that. I'm going to try to read, or I will read, 8 books for the 8 prompts. It will all be fine. But before I leave, I need to talk about the books I read today, because of course I read today because I cannot skip a day in reading. So I decided to treat myself because I really didn't know what to read because I didn't want to start a new book before BOOKCLUB, but I didn't want to read for a long time either since it's my birthday and I just want to chill. I just ended up reading a manga. So I read Spy Family Volume 7, and I assume most people have heard about this by now because it's so popular right now because the anime has started to air. But this one follows Masters by Twilight, who needs to go undercover. He needs an undercover family, so he gets a wife who's an assassin and a child who's a telepath, but he doesn't know that they are that. They don't know it either, or like the child of course knows because she can read their minds, and it's just a hilarious, most wonderful thing. So I kind of like have only read 1 book because I don't like have deserved to read a manga yet, but I'm just going to read like more books before I read the manga again after, because like I kind of skipped a bit here, even though I didn't read a single manga for Fun Books or Poker because that was a different thing, and I won't read any mangas unless like I am really behind in BOOKCLUB either, but that would not count into my normal manga. I don't even know how to explain my system. It's fine. But yeah, that was my read for today. So I read the whole thing obviously, and I had a really great time with it. So it was a nice birthday chill for me. I had a really great day with my friends. friends in plural, and I bought some really great books. I had some really great food, and I was a really great time. Now this vlog is over. You will see me for 48-hour book-club. I will try to edit this on the Saturday, like it should go up tomorrow, unless I'm really behind, so everything works out. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Leave a birthday cake emoji down below for my birthday, which was yesterday when you were watching this, and you will see me in a new one. Bye.